Presentation will be most. No? Thank you. So I have few slides, but most of the presentation will be hands-on. I'll just be taking you to different websites and comparing them and seeing what product management is, where is the impact that comes in product management. So let's start very basic. So this is more for the students. I just kept it very simple and we will go around what it is, right? So what is a product? First, let's understand what is a product before we go into product management. So product is anything which is in the market for consumption. It can be for use, it can be for entertainment, any kind of goods and services. So as you can see here in the picture, it could be all these items here. There could be some Lysols or cleaners or hand wipes and things like that. These are all tangible. And when we say tangible, we mean we can touch them, feel them, and hold them, right? They are just tangible items. So it can also be like, we can start maybe just say, let's just go into some bazaar and see how it is, right? Gandhi Bazaar. Okay, so all these are also products. We have malas, right? Fool ka mala hai. So that is also a product. We can look into those. Vegetables are products. They're called produce. So these are all tangible. We can, whatever we go by, it need not be high tech, right? It can be the simplest thing, your shoes, your clothes, your spectacles, anything that tags your wear, all of them are products. But now we are not just looking at these tangible products, they're also intangible products. These are products which you cannot touch or feel. They're more online, right? What are these products? These are like the websites. These are like the apps. Every app is also seen as a product. Now you can say, I hold the app in my phone, right? But you're holding the phone, it's not the app. And you may even say, hey, I click on the app, but you're clicking on the screen of the phone. It's not actually the app that you're touching. That's more intangible. So this is what we are looking at today. We are going to look at the intangible products and where product management comes into play. I come from an IT background. I work for Walmart, which is a retail store in the United States, but has significant online presence. So we take care of the customers through our online website for them to see the products, to order. In addition, Walmart, of course, owns Flipkart here in India. Flipkart is a subsidiary of Walmart. So we have a significant IT or presence, and we have our own apps, we have our own websites, and we are looking into that. So today, what we're going to do is just try to understand the day-to-day life of a product manager. What is the responsibilities of a product manager? So now what I'll do is look at what is a product. Once you have the product, what is the product life cycle? This is a very critical term in the IT sector. So the product life cycle. So the product life cycle is starting from the ideation of what it's going to be. How is the website going to look? What is the website? What is the app? What is the problem I'm going to solve for the customer? Like every product has to solve a problem or has to solve a need of its customer, right? Without that, there's no point. Nobody's going to buy it. And that is where the ideation planning comes in, identifying the problem and creating the solution or filling the gap of the requirement of the customers. Then comes in, once you have the problem, you build your roadmaps. It's important to build the product. If it's a tangible product, you build a factory to produce it, or you have a farm where you're producing your vegetables. But in a software sense, it's more the development. You have to get it developed, and all software eventually have bugs. No software is free of bugs or an issue. So you go into testing of it. Then you launch it to the market and hope for the best and hope the customers start taking it. And then you talk about the growth and iteration of it. So with this, from a product management perspective, then let's just jump into one product and then see what it is, right? Where is the product manager? So I have chosen Netflix as an option today. Let's start just digging into Netflix, right? So if you see the screen, you have a video being played. It's not random that a video is being played. somebody has decided that there should be a video being played when a customer logs in. This is the landing page. When you hit netflix.com, you go into the landing page. Now, if you go landing page and say, I want to search, I'm going to search the movie, say Lakshya. And there's a reason why I'm looking for this, and I'll tell you in some time. So now once you have a search, you have to look at the format. You see the format here. This is all a design. It is a lot of thought goes into it. A lot of calculation goes into it. Yes, there is calculation behind it. There's mathematics behind it. It is not just about the artistic design, but there are calculations going on which and behind it, which I'll talk more about. There's analytics going on behind it. So you have this. Now I'll compare, just to give you an idea, I'll start comparing the same with Amazon Prime. So I'm going to look for the same movie. So I chose Lakshya because both Lakshya is offered in both these sites. Now you see Lakshya has come up. So if you compare here in Netflix, what are you going to see? There are about 6 columns. There are 6 columns. They're offering 6 views at the same time. But then Netflix chose to go with only 5. Sorry, Amazon Prime chose to go with only 5. So who's deciding this? Is it 5? Is it 6? Is it 2? Is it going to be 1? That is the role of a product manager. And to decide that between the choices that you had to make, we play with a lot of analytics. What is the ideal situation? What is the space it is taking? How would a customer react? What would be the interest of the customer? How much the gap has to go in? This also comes in a product management, and thus nothing is left to random choice. There is a psychology, there is analytics going into it. Now, you have seen the difference between here. You have 6 columns and Amazon Prime has 5 columns. Let's go a little further down. So if I put my cursor on the movie Lakshya, what all is it showing? These are all the features of this product, right? You have a play button, you have add to my list, you have a thumbs up, you have more options here. And also they have this 86% match. I'll come to this again. And they have what is the duration of the movie. And they also have tagged emotional, romantic, and combat. So each tag, behind each tag, even each feature of this, there would definitely be at least one product manager. And it is not that simple that you're tagging this there, right? There is somebody working, tagging it. You're storing it somewhere. For each of these movies, those tags are stored. So how is this software? Where is it stored? Which system is it stored? What is the database? Which is the data lake sitting in? What technology are you using it? All comes into this product management. There could be one product manager just for the front-end view, this view here. There would be another product manager taking care of the tags. There could be another product manager who is doing the ML algorithm. There's definitely a machine learning algorithm which has seen my history and then saying, hey, you will like it. I'm sure 86%. This is a percentage. This is a product. There's a probability score. There's a probability score giving that he will like it, right? So there is mathematics. That's why I said is going in. Now let's look at Prime, right? Lakshya. Let's talk Lakshya. When you see in Prime, they don't have any of these emotional features. They don't say 86% match to me. They don't have that feature at all. Maybe there's no product manager. They're not sitting. And that is the strategy, right? That is where this presentation of the strategy, how strategic is important as product management. Now, if I see here, I do not know. It doesn't say, hey, this is your choice. It's just that I searched for Lakshya and it came up. But when you go to Netflix, there's a high possibility that it'll bring up because it thinks it's a match for me, even if I don't search for the movie. Similarly, again, Amazon Prime doesn't show any kind of my emotions, or it doesn't show what type of category or what genre of movie this is. The emotions, war, which they had, combat, which they showed, which Netflix showed, doesn't come up here. And that's very critical, right? And that differentiate between a good product and a mediocre or average product. Let's go ahead and click on this now. So now Amazon Prime chose to make it a full screen. That's when you click on it, it's giving this write-up and all these features. It gives the rating of the IMDb. Now, IMDb is a different third-party service. They are pulling this rating from IMDb. So there'll definitely be another architectural design on how to pull it. What is the benefit we are giving to IMDb? So pull it, or sorry, Prime giving it. And there could be a product manager there. Anyway, the look and feel, let's consider look and feel of this. So this look and feel of it is more of saying, hey, I have one full screen, it's taking up the whole screen. And of course, there are uh, other recommendations which come up. Suddenly, Dil Chahta Hai, Rock On, Bhagat Singh, Munna Bhai, all comes up as an additional recommendation. Let's go to Netflix and see what happens. So I click on it. So I double click on it. I think I need to go here and click, yeah. Now you see the click. So they have chosen to go partial screen. They have not gone full screen. They're still showing the backend. The view is still there. What are the other, when I search, what all is coming in? This is another view. So there's a UX designer, there's a user experience designer behind it, deciding this, what is there, right? So these are all the factors where which customer would like this kind of design, what customer would like other kind of design is a big science by itself, as a theory by itself. Because why is it? Because decision making is very tough. We have making a decision is very tough. You could have gone to a cafeteria and say, hey, do I want to have, dahi vada or you want to have masala dosa? There's always a choice. When choice is there, decisions become trickier, and more the choices, more the decision. Now, this design can be any form, full screen, 3/4 screen. It could be all right aligned. It could be left aligned. These are the decisions that a product manager has to do. And there's, as I said, analytics which go in. Now let's look at the recommendations that come in along with Lakshya. When I move into recommendations, it really has merged much better. So this is a patriotic movie. It's a war movie, which is Lakshya. Now, if you go down C, you'll actually see a patriotic movie come in. There's Rang De Basanti, which is again a kind of a war movie, because in this movie, one of the protagonists is a MiG-21 fighter pilot. Phantom is a spy movie. And Gunjan Saxena is about the Air Force, Army, war. They have done their homework, right? Netflix has really done the genre of recommendation. And I want to see a war movie, and they see, hey, what else can I recommend to Ravi? And they have come up with that genre. But Amazon Prime, wanted to search, I'll search for Lakshya, which is in the category for war, but then it gives me romantic movies and the recommendations. So there's definitely the AI system, the machine learning or the genre recognition is definitely missing in Amazon Prime. So this is the key difference, what a product manager does. What is the sense for my customers? What are they looking for? They try to sense that. A product manager has to sense what is the customer looking for today? What does he want? What does he like? What does she like? And that's where the machine learning, artificial intelligence, these algorithms come in. Hey, I can see if somebody has seen Lakshya, some other customers have seen only war movies. They look for war movies or fighting movies, right? Ghazi attack or things like that, right? So this is the key responsibility of a product manager. And that's the comparison between the two differentiates between good and bad product. Now, for that same sense, right, let's just take it forward and let's see if we can get what is the subscription, OTT subscribers in India, right? Who's the top performers? I don't know, this has it. I'm just randomly searching things around. Now, if you go to subscribers, you'll definitely find that so Netflix has much higher subscription than Amazon Prime. So, and I showed you why. If you can search, I'm not getting it right away, but you can definitely look at it and see what are subscriptions for each of them. And that's what matters. Are you bringing business to the company? Do you bringing things like that? So now let's go a little more deeper into it. Like that's what is whole product life, what product manager does, right? What is product management? Understanding the customer needs, the first thing. Hey, what will they like? What are they looking for? And it's not just I'm looking for a movie, but I'm looking for a war movie. And that understanding is what defines there. So then once you understand the customer, let's look at the product vision. What do I want to have? What is my vision? And then how do you get it developed? As I said, behind the one single screen, there's a lot of software going on, a lot of architecture going on, a lot of integration with different systems going on, a lot of data being stored is going on, a lot of machine learning. It's not just one machine learning term, but multiple machine learning products or artificial intelligence models running behind it. Lead to the development, build successful product, release it to the customer. To release it, you have to influence the stakeholders. Hey, I want to put in this machine learning. This is very critical. I think there would be a conversion, as they call it, number of customers coming in will increase. You have to influence your stakeholders. A product manager has to influence. It's not taken for granted, right? So in other words, a product manager is the creator of that site. He's the creator and he's the guardian. Literally, I put in the guardian, but actually the right word is the parent. He's literally the parent of that product. He's the owner, the parent. And also he or she also has to take a call when to kill the product. Yes, it is very important to decommission products. And one of the good examples for decommissioning is basically, which if you or any of you read NDTV news, right? NDTV very, very recently changed its format. This was not the format. This is just around the time of the election results, the counting time. They changed their format. They completely changed how the look and feel of it. In other words, they kind of scrapped or decommissioned their older format. And I'm sure there would be a lot of analysis which are gone behind why they chose it. And that's where it's important to say, hey, this is no more a good view for my customers. They are bored of it. They're not used to it. And maybe they're seeing a drop in the number of people coming to NDTV. And they said, hey, okay, we need to change. We need to attract a younger crowd, or we need to attract somebody else. And hence it's important that we redesign the whole thing. And that's what they have done. It's a completely redesigned it. It's actually, it's a week or 10 days old, only this new design. And that's kind of what the responsible product manager is. Now let's go a little more deeper into the strategy, because this talk is more about the strategy, right? Now, let's compare Netflix, Amazon Prime, and again, Amazon versus Flipkart. Now we talked about the Amazon Prime video, and I said, though it's it's one of the top OTT subscribers. It is, I think, the second most after Netflix. It's very good, but it's not beaten the market. It could not beat Netflix. But then if you see, it has done it differently for Amazon. It's Amazon Prime is not just from Amazon as a company. Prime is not just the only product, right? They have their Amazon website. They had a retail company too. You can order products and you can even buy products and order products and deliver it home. So if I search for a TV, and say, add it to cart. Okay, I don't even have to add it to cart here. If you see, the Prime tag comes right here. So the Prime subscription is not just about the movies, but also about your free delivery or giving discounts on your delivery. Or speed of delivery also is for Prime is different and payment is different. So this, of course, for this website, the product manager could be different, but here they have a huge impact here. The same thing if you go to Flipkart, which is also a Walmart, as I said, subsidiary. There's no Prime, or they don't have this movie kind of package which comes in, right? And in a lot of these markets here, you will see actually the Amazon website is doing much better than Flipkart. Flipkart is doing great in 2-tier cities, and I'm proud of it being part of the Walmart family. But then a lot of times Amazon is what people think. When I talk to my friends outside Walmart, they all think of Amazon as the Amazon.com for ordering their purchases. The number of times Flipkart comes in is much lesser. And so that's good. Amazon has beaten us there, and that's more important. So in that sense, from a bigger company perspective, some products do better than some other products. And this is what the strategy comes in. What is your strategy? Here, Amazon chose to have a strategy where they're going to give Prime as not just as a delivery option, free and fast delivery option, but also a movie option. And that is their product strategy. And, and that's where a product manager strategizing comes very important. Of course, Prime strategizing is not necessarily a product at a lower level, could be a product CPO, chief product manager, or chief product operator. They could have taken the decision, but it still comes under the purview of a product manager. So now with that, let's just move on, and that's strategy, right? So now I'm just going to the Walmart website. Walmart website too, again, since I'm aware of this, even if you say TV, again, so as I said, I'm just moving away from here, Walmart, Flipkart, Walmart. Each of these, for example, these tags, we work on this add to button. There's a huge system behind it. And of course, what are the rates? What are the charges? And also matches in the US. Yeah. Each of this here is a feature. And there is a selection of how you want to select, what is the brand. Each is a strategy by itself. What am I going to offer? What is my fulfillment speed? And we have there what is called A/B testing, which I'm going to show you in some time. It's called A/B testing, where you try to test it. What is the number of conversion? How many more orders how many more items I'm able to sell if I can offer a faster delivery? If I have 2-day delivery, how many people are buying? If I only delivery today or tomorrow, how many people are buying? We have this mathematics behind it. We literally store the data, and when we compare different of these things to help us decide the product strategies, right? And then for that, to show you how A/B testing is done, right? Let's just go into, say, Instagram. Now we have this Instagram, it's a beautiful product, right? So now, have you ever thought of how the Instagram ads comes in, right? So this is the ad which comes in. And if you are a product manager, you have, if now we can act as if we are product managers and start seeing how this app, what are the features which are given, what happens, what are the metrics that we are talking about for a product manager, right? Now this, if you want to put an advertisement in Instagram, the site you need to go is called Ads Manager. It's a Facebook Ads Manager. Facebook and Instagram are the same company under Meta, so they have this Ads Manager. So in the Ads Manager, you have something called campaigns. You run a campaign, you can run ad sets, you can actual ads come in, you can all set it up what you want. But then the Ads Manager, it helps you manage. Now I've been talking to you about the mathematics of it, right? And this is a great example, which is there in open forum, which is basically these are all the types of parameters they actually store. How frequently a customer is waiting, what are the impressions they have, and you can add more. What is the age of the customer who has stopped and maybe clicked on it? So if I click here, shop now, of course, I don't own this ad. It's not my ad, so I cannot show you, but then a count comes in. What was my age? Maybe if this gentleman, Sudhir Sriram, right, Sudhir Sriram wants to know, the information goes to him. What is my age? What is my gender? Because in my profile, this is stored. And that information will go to them when I click it. And they can say, hey, my ads, which age group is more clicking on it? Is it youngsters, 18 to 35? Is it 20 to 50 or elderly people? That whole data starts coming in. Which country, which gender, and what day, what time, even the time and day of the month is stored. And there are people, analysts who predict, who plot their graphs and say, hey, your ad is more seen in the evening time. You may better want to release more ads at that time. And that helps in decision making. These information and metrics, as you see here, metrics as it's called, and all these metrics are used to make decisions. And as I said earlier, when you have too many choices, it's very difficult to decide. And if I'm wanting to activate this ad, release it to the public, I have any time of the day to release it, right? But then there could be good analytics can say, hey, you release it this time of the day, you have more chances of people clicking on your ad. Now, not only that, once we go into the ad, there are, of course, he will want a conversion that's called the conversion funnel. The first funnel is, of course, you're storing it, the impression. Then second is you're clicking on it. Third is actually going and saying, buying the product. I click on it, and even how many customers actually have, like, what can you enhance this page to make your customers, click on buy now? What can you have? Testimonials, you have his own professional photography, and all this actually going, and he's saying a discount. He's trying to capture your attention. I'm giving a discount, and then most of it says it's going to limited only, but it's never limited. It's always a discount. You go anytime, you'll see a discount all the time. And that's one of the great examples is the gym Cult Fit. You go to Cult Fit, and I've been following Cult Fit the last few years. Anytime you go, there will always be a discount. But always they'll say, hey, this discount is only valid for next 8 hours. So there's a psychological element which goes into putting what is being added in your product in this page, this feature. There's a psychological factor which goes in. There's a calculation which is going. I'm again and again repeating that. Has to do that as the importance of calculation. Now, if you go into Facebook, Facebook gives this ability to this A/B testing. And what is this A/B testing is you can release few features for specific set of customers, maybe 20 customers, 30 customers, and you can compare between how these 30 customers or 100 customers who have released this ad versus those who are not released this ad, how are they performing? Or we can say, let's take another example. The better example is, okay, for 100 customers, you put 90% off. You just give 2,500. You directly give 2,500 for all the crowd. For 100 customer, you just put this 90% off with this cross 40,500 crossed off, right? And then you kind of do testing, right? It's A versus B. And you'll say how many conversion happens. And psychology has shown that when this is shown, there are more the chances of people saying buy now. There's always a sense that, if I miss this 2,500 deal, next time I have to pay much higher. So there are more chances of people buying it. But if you actually notice, you start going to this Sudhir Shivaram's presentation, maybe. It's just an example, of course, it could be a lot of other websites. This might be there all the time, and it may never change, but the customer is coming for the first time. The customer might be coming only the few times. The customer may not know that this is there all the time, the discount, right? So having this may add value. And that's exactly what this A/B testing does. And these are such features as A/B testing is done, and they calculate the metric, have the A/B testing, and then they say, hey, have this feature or delete this feature. And it's very, very important, as I said, to kill that feature also. Not just the product, but sometimes the feature. You have features which are not anymore grabbing the attention of the customers. It's important to take it off. And actually, they may be working against you. So, and that's where this whole feature comes in, right? Whole product management, importance of product manager comes in strategy. So again, same thing, I've covered this just to summarize what is the importance of the user research, right? So it's primarily to gather insights, to get your insights, have your research, have your metrics, then iterate and improve, because every time you improve, and every time it's not the same ad you're going to see, maybe the same person, but you'll see the different ad comes up. Why? You have to keep improving all the time, because the attention span of the customers is so low. Like, you see the same thing again and again, you get bored. You're trying to sell the same product. He's trying to sell his photography course, but you'll see if you scan through, every time the ad might change. And that's why it's very important to iterate and improve. And as I said, even the NDTV website, they had to keep changing the format, the font, the look and feel of the product. Why? Because primarily to enhance user experience. And why do you want to primarily choose the experience? Only when you enhance the user experience, you have monetary benefit. There is some kind of monetary benefit. Either they buy, or it could be free. But something like YouTube, you don't ever put your credit card, right? You don't buy it. But then how are they monetizing it? Finally, monetization is the key thing, right? A business, you're making money for your shareholders. How is it? Because every time I click here, there's an ad which comes in. they are making money through the ad, not through me, but making money through the ad. So more you click on YouTube, the more you browse through any of these shorts or reels, more more people are coming to YouTube, and YouTube get an opportunity to bargain with these ads. Hey, I can give you 100,000 customers to view your ads. So you pay me a premium. And that's where YouTube makes money. So bottom line, there's always money involved. There's what we call the conversion, the money factor, which comes into it. So that's where it's important that user research and feedback comes in. And what YouTube does very wonderful is to the content creators, it actually gives a percentage of its cut from the ads. And that's why more the same owner of the channel gets views, visibility, more he also gets money, he or she gets money. And that's why you're seeing more and more content makers who want to become millionaires just through creating YouTube videos. And that's another reason why all content creators in the end say, please like, subscribe, and comment on this video. And it's not that, it's not that they're unselfish, they are selfish. More you comment, like, and subscribe to them, more the ad revenue cut they get from YouTube. And more they are getting people, YouTube is going to get more from their ads manager. And that's why this user research feedback and enhancing user experience becomes very, very critical. So now, and I said, we talked about it, metric. I'm giving the example first, and I'm talking about the theory later. So the metric and KPIs are very, very critical in product management. And what is KPI? It's called key performance indicator. And how do you want to measure your performance of your product? See, performance indicator is at a higher level. It's like making the money or bringing the users. And metric is more level. A single performance indicator can have multiple metric. As I said, the funnel, right? Every time, how many of you clicked each funnel, it can be a metric. So you can have different KPIs or metrics, user acquisition, retention, how many times the same customer is coming back to your website, how many times you're going back to NDTV or you're going to Netflix back, is the customer retention, they're retaining you. Or the churn rate. Churn rate is basically if maybe a new user has come, he has never come back. How many people are using? If 100 have come and 70 have never come back, 70% is your churn rate, and you don't want to, you have to keep it low. You want to maximize your retention. And these metric also is very, very critical in product management. And that's kind of what product managers does. Now, these days, of course, AI products are coming up big time in the market. And I've talked about AI, I've kept through numbers, data, analytics, metric. And as I mentioned, there's ML models, AI models behind metric. And I've talked a lot about it. But still, there are very dedicated AI products also coming up. And one of the products that I really like, which is linked to my account, is if I say, if I do Pimpri, okay, it has to be in all, not in images. Sorry. Okay, you see this? This is an AI tool right here. It's an add-on. It's an additional AI tool, which is an add-on which I've added to my Chrome, Google Chrome. It gives me a write-up, and I can start talking to it. I can put in more information and talk to more about your university, get to know what is that I like, more questions, ask up a follow-up. I can do chat here. Like, I don't have to go to Chat GPT, but I can just start doing it. And it is reading from Chat GPT. This is an AI product which has come up. And I can even say, how do I feel? Fitness and wellness, like Pimpri University to all the health. I can write, and it'll give me some write-up, right? It may not be right or wrong, but just want to show you the product, what it is. And these are a lot of AI tools coming up. And now even one of my slide, this figure right here is AI generated. You can clearly see it's not a diagram. It is through prompts, which has been generated through an AI product. It's not a photograph. It's not a hand painted, and it's actually AI generated. And you have a lot of websites which are coming up, which ending with .ai. So I think it's app.udly.ai. Now, instead of .com, .in, .ai is getting very in sync, or is a zeitgeist, it is called. So there are a lot of AI tools coming up. So another tool which you can automate things is I think beautiful.ai. Yeah, create, you can create images, you can even check. There are audios. So there are tools here. Okay, Udly has tools where they can record your audio and tell you, is your sense confident, empathetic. It can give you emotions watching your recording your audio. I think I should have to type it out and it's not coming up. So yeah, there are so many of them, even say otter.ai. Trying to solve something for, this is for meetings, right? You can record meeting, you can summarize meetings. If you don't have, Zoom also has a feature of recording your, or as we are using it. But if you want to write a minutes of the meeting, Otter is that what is trying to solve through AI chat. So now AI tools are growing big time. And this is not just the traditional tools. Within the traditional tools, you can have AI products, like I showed you the 86% like, which Netflix has, or it could have an individual AI product. Of course, ChatGPT or Claude, and there's so many of them which you might already know about. So finally, my last slide is how the career path for product management. There are a lot of, you can grow significantly in product management. These are some of the positions that I put in for product management. You can start as a product manager, senior product manager, staff product manager, then comes principal product manager, group product manager, and all the way till chief product manager officers, the VP product and director product. So you can build a whole career on product management. And this is a new field and a significant career you can build, and it's a growing field. And there's so many product managers, even in Walmart, I can tell you. As I said, even to maintain one single frame within the Netflix, any of the websites, there are at least 5 to 10 product managers required. And because there are a lot of things going in the back. So there's a lot of scope for product managers. And what are the different courses happening? There are multiple courses. You can just, there's a huge thing. If I go to Coursera, and just product management, a bunch of them come up, right? All kinds of IBM product manager, they're training that, software product manager, Google product manager, foundational product manager, digital product manager, AI product manager. If you want to become an AI product manager who takes care of these AI products that I showed you, the add-on that I have on my Chrome extension or any kind of the Otter or these tools, if you want to become an AI product manager. So specifically for that, Duke University is offering that. There are a bunch of universities offering online courses to do product management. Not only that, there are now very specific, in standard universities also product manager is there. UX-based design is, I think Purdue has a whole course, an undergrad course, 4 years course on UX design course. We say do UX design course. Caltech, US design course, right? What is UX? That's nothing but user experience. Just to design this whole UX, there's a 4-year undergrad courses have come up by top universities. Caltech, if you say Purdue, also will come up. So this is a growing field of interest. Purdue University, Purdue, okay, Polytechnic. UX design, Purdue University. Undergraduate course. So it's a great field to be in, very exciting. There's a lot of challenge and a lot of product management skills that I use. As I said, you have to really connect with different people, get your analytics proper, build a good, strong use case, and influence your stakeholders. Once you influence stakeholders, you have to influence your engineering team, software engineering to build it, and you have to influence. Then you go and influence your your sales team to put it out, your marketing to market your product and put it in. There's a huge lot of it. And what is the most important thing? Product manager is the BAP of the product. They're literally the mother or the father of the product. They are literally hold it. So you have, that's why it's called the product life cycle management. You have to manage the whole life cycle. It's a great field and it's a very exciting field. And it's, I could really encourage you all to start looking into it. That comes to the end of my presentation. Thank you all for your attention. Really appreciate it. If you have any questions, I'll be glad to take any questions.
I just have one question, Shankar. This is Rajiv this side. I think this is a fantastic presentation. I think it was a very great blend of both, live simulation as well as a lot of, theoretical inputs, which was like, shared across in a very lucid manner. So thank you so much for that. Just one question that lingers in my mind. You talked about new user acquisition. So I would like to know, like, how does a product manager or the product management help in new customer acquisition?
Yeah, so that's why you have this promo codes, right? You refer and you get bonus. Referral is a great way to get new users. So if somebody comes in website and then you start referring people more and more and you give a free thing. And initially you also have free membership, 1 month free membership. Try it out, try it for us, and then you see. And that's the way you try to get more adoption. And you try it out and if you have this, I have a sale period going on. Hey, this sale is only for this time and you through advertisements. And that's how you start building your user base. You have your advertisements, you put it out, you're launching this, launch announcements, all these different tactics and marketing strategy can go into getting new users. And once you have the users, you start building their adaptation through, use it for free, use it for a month and see how it goes. And you try to hold them back.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much. That explains.
Dr. Sankar, can you hear me?
Yes, Dr. Ajay, please tell me.
I'm Dr. Ajay Sharma. I have a query with you that is, while hiring a guy, particularly for your domain that is called product management, what skill sets, capabilities, qualities you look for in the budding managers?
Yes, sir, that's a great question. So the product manager interviews are very, very different. Now, actually, there are a bunch of YouTube channels which only train you in product management interviews, how to crack product management. And one of the things you'll see, the main skill of a product manager is required is the ability to ask questions. You have to ask questions. Why? Why am I doing this? Or why should I not do this? That question of why is very, very critical for a product management. Again, you could have seen models which say, ask why 5 times, the 5 why model. Why should I do this? And somebody gives an answer. Again, why? Are you sure? Why should I do it? The answering the question why, asking the question why is this important? What is it is required is a very critical skill. And once you have the why, we then break down to the next level, which we see as has the product manager, has the student or interview, has the ability to get an answer for that. Right? And what is the ability to answer? Again, as I said, it comes back to the point of using analytics, metrics, numbers to make a decision. You cannot just say, hey, I like green color, so I'm going to have my screen as green color. I'm going to have red color, I'm going to do red color. No. What is it? Why is it red color? Right? Why should I have? Then they should say, hey, I think this is what is happening. If I see Airtel logo is red, and some other logos, YouTube logo is red. There is something with red color. Netflix logo is red. There seems to be more customers which coming in for red. And that's why I'm going for red. A sense of estimation should be there. Ability to ask questions, ability to sense estimates, ability to dig deeper into the problem. Sitting with the problem more, it's very, very important to not jump to the solution, but staying with the problem is a very, very key fundamental asset of a product manager. And that's something that is what we look for students when we start hiring for students.
Brilliant. I got the answer.
Thank you.
Anybody else who has any query from Dr. Sankar?
Dr. Shankar, can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Please tell.
I'm Dr. Hemant. It is very nice to listen to you today. Although I'm from law, but today I heard you. I would like to know. It is something different question. How long have you been in this? As you spoke today, I guess, but I'm not gonna tell you. Can you please mute yourself?
So how long have been a product manager? Is the question? Sorry, I can't hear you now. I lost you. We can't hear you, sir.
Yeah, I think if I'm not mistaken, Shankar, he's indicating that only, that how long have you been experienced in this particular field, and what is the growth prospect, and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay. So no, I have, as the introducer, announcer, I have a very different experiences all through. And I have, as I said, I jumped from naval architecture to mechanical engineering. From mechanical engineering, I was in aerospace and GE aviation. From aviation, I went to data science and then came to product management. So I have not been in product manager for too long. I have been only 3 years as a product manager. But it's not about just product management field, right? It's just your ability to think, ability to act. It's just your analytical skills and interpersonal skills is also which matter. So I've been only for 3 years, sir.
Yeah, that answers the question. Thank you so much, Shankar. Yeah.
So he seems to be talking, but we can't hear.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I think there could be some technical snag. So if there are any other questions, I think it's open to the entire forum. Kindly do share across. So it's very interesting, and I'm sure people would be in touch, with me and through you, to if there are any, fallout of any, in terms of any questions, for sure. Yeah.
Sure. Thank you.
So over to Dr. Sharma, please.
Yeah. So it's time to propose formal vote of thanks to Dr. Ravi Sankar. Before I propose my thanks to Mr. Sankar, I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to our colleague, Mr. Rajiv Chaudhary, who could be instrumental in bringing such a legend person with us, who could not only deliver such a fantastic session on this particular topic, so-called strategic importance of product management in the industry. I think you all can hear me. Hello?
Yes, sir, I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah. So I'm really thankful to Mr. Rajiv, and again, very much thankful to Mr. Dr. Ravi Sankar, whom he proposed and asked to deliver a session on this subject, and he gave it assent and consent to deliver the same. So, Dr. Sankar, I'm extremely thankful and extend my heartfelt gratitude and obliged that you all the way spared your valued time with us and delivered such a learned, not only the session, but I must say the full-fledged knowledge about product management. The subject you had covered in your webinar were tangible products, where you talked about this particular aspect in terms of giving the examples like mobile, laptops, etc. For intangible products, you talked about website and services. You gave fantastic, again, examples to deliberate on it. Again, you talked about product life cycle by, again, giving the examples of Lakshya, Netflix, Amazon Prime, what exactly the product management is, use of AI and machine learning product management, who's a product manager, what is product strategy, what is Netflix, Amazon, Flipkart versus Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, importance of user research and feedback, you gave conceptual clarity of product by showing videos. You also talked in your session about KPI, what exactly it is. I was just looking at my mobile what KPI is, but before I could see it through Google, you mentioned about it. That is key performance indicator. You also talked about metrics, right? User acquisition and retention, again, wonderful concept which I came across, right? And you talked about AI products also. And in the end, you deliberated upon career path for product manager. So it was really full-fledged conceptual idea, exemplary it was actually in terms of overall demonstration of things. So I again extend my heartfelt thanks. And before I extend my heartfelt thanks to you, Dr. Ravi, I invite you for my induction program, which we are likely to commence in the month of August. So you are cordially invited for it. And we hope if you remain in India, please be with us and we shall send you an formal invitation for it. So please somewhere note it down in your itinerary or charter or wherever you really do that. In the month of August, we shall be again calling you for a wonderful session to again deliver on product management, and which will be in the offline and physical mode. So please note it somewhere. Again, apart from this, I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to my entire digital team, Ms. Saran and her colleagues, and at the same time, my faculty members and staff, Professor Aboli, Ankush Srivastav, Dr. Rajkamal Upadhyay, Mr. Ajay Mishra, Dr. Hemant Sharma, for bearing with us and always supporting us in such sort of events. So again, thank you, sir. Thank you very, very much, Mr. Ravi. Connected with you and hope that yes, you shall keep guiding us at regular intervals in ensuing time. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you once again.
Bye.
Thank you all so much. Thank you all. Take care. Good day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.